Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla and my husband Austin, who is not currently with me, but I will show clips of him in this video. We recently started this YouTube channel that we are calling The Novak Dream because we recently purchased our very first home. We are first-time home buyers, and this is a beautiful pre-loved home that we are so excited about. We did film an empty house tour. If you haven't seen that and you want to go back and check that out. But I did want to give you guys some updates of some of the things that we have been working on. I mentioned in that video that we just have a ton of plans for this home, a lot of renovations, a lot of projects that we want to work on. A lot of these are going to be years and years in the making, but we are going to do, little bits and pieces along the way and share them with you guys here on YouTube. One of the first things that we did before moving a lot of our stuff over here was we hired a cleaning team to come in and just deep clean the home, which is something I highly, highly recommend doing if it is within your budget. If you are purchasing a pre-loved home, they came in and they cleaned like the baseboards, the blinds, the fans, the light fixtures, the top of the doors, like all of the hard to reach places and all of the kind of cleaning things, that are just, it would have taken me forever if I would have come over here and, did it all myself. They came in, professional team came in and they knocked it out within a couple of hours, which was amazing. It was a complete time saver for us. The one thing that I did do myself after the cleaners were done is I did shampoo all of the carpets. We already had a carpet cleaner, a carpet shampooer. I brought that over and I shampooed all of the carpet in the entire house just prior to bringing our furniture over and everything like that. And then another thing that was highly recommended to us, and something I would definitely recommend if you're not just a first-time home buyer, but if you're buying a home, is to change your locks as soon as you get keys and move in. You just never know how many extra keys are floating around out there, especially in our circumstance where we bought a pre-loved home, which was actually being rented out. So there were renters living here and then the actual owners. So I'm sure there was just tons, of keys floating around. You just want to make sure for your own safety that you are the only people that have the keys, to get into your home. So that is something we did. But because we were going to change the whole lock system on the door, we actually wanted to upgrade the whole system that we were using. We installed, a security camera, all of that kind of stuff. We decided to go ahead and replace the entire lock fixture and the door handle as well. We went with a more modern looking door handle, which is something that I really love. The door handle that was on there previously was more of like a curved silver. It was a silver color and it had more of a curved look to it. And I wanted like a more modern look with square edges. I wanted that big, oversized long handle on my front door. So we just went over to Lowe's and we picked one out. I picked out a matte black color because I knew I wanted to paint the door black, which I will talk about in just a second. And we found this one. It is by the brand Quick Set, if anyone is curious, but I'll put it on the screen. But because my husband was going to be taking all of the hardware off of the door, I thought it would be a perfect time to go ahead and paint the door as well. The color on the door prior was like a really dark charcoal gray. It definitely wasn't black. It was just a dark, dark gray, but it had a ton of scratches. It was a matte color as well. So it just, had scratches and looked dirty and kind of dingy when you saw it up close. So I decided to go ahead and put a fresh coat of paint over it while all the hardware was off. And like I said, you guys, I wanted a black door. So I did a lot of research on black paint for the front door. And I ended up choosing this paint by Sherwin-Williams. We also got this at Lowe's. It's an interior, exterior paint, and it is a high gloss finish. A lot of what I researched and read online recommended high gloss finishes for your front doors just because of the way that it reflects light. It actually makes your door kind of pop. It gives it more of a curb appeal, I guess you could say, but it also keeps your door protected. There's like a coating in the high gloss finish that protects it from scratches and all of that kind of stuff. And because it has that coating, it is easier to wipe down. A lot of like dirt and dust that may collect on your door, you can clean it a lot easier. And it actually kind of camouflages the dirt and dust because of the way the light reflects off of the gloss. Kind of has that shine to it. You really won't see a lot of the dirt, dust, imperfections, scratches, and stuff like you would on a matte paint. So definitely something to consider if you're thinking about painting your front door. I love the way it looks. And you guys, I'm probably posting, videos or pictures so you guys can see on the screen, but I just think it looks so nice. Super happy with it. The door prior was only painted that charcoal gray on the outside, but I knew I wanted to take the black and bring it all the way inside the house. So I actually painted the inside of the door black as well. And I'll put up this picture that I found it's kind of what I was using for inspiration of what kind of the look I'm going for eventually in our house. I think it just looks so good. And then, it has the matte black hardware, which really blends really nicely. So definitely happy with that choice. So one of the next things that we ended up having to upgrade in the home, and this was kind of a surprise upgrade or something that we weren't really planning on, but found out that we had to do sooner than we were expecting, was upgrading our kitchen faucet. When we, obviously when you buy a home, you walk through it, you do the final walkthrough, you do, multiple walkthroughs of your house, but we never really played with like the sinks or anything. And then once we moved in, we realized that the kitchen sink, the faucet, the handle on it was actually broken. So you could turn the water on, but it was really hard to get the water to turn off. You had to like mess with the handle, move it around, try to find the perfect position to get the water to stop dripping out of the faucet. It was just super annoying and hard to use. And of course the kitchen sink is something that you use daily, or at least we use daily. So that needed to be replaced right away. So we ended up going back to Lowe's. We found this really pretty kitchen faucet. It is in the brushed brass, which is something that we wanted to add to this kitchen. It doesn't quite blend with the whole kitchen vibe going on right now, but because we are going to be doing some painting in there and some renovations down the road, we thought we would just go ahead and start with the kitchen faucet and, we'll add on as we go. But we do want to do kind of like a mixed metal look in the kitchen, which I think is just really trendy right now. I've been seeing it a lot in home renovations and stuff on like Instagram and HGTV and all of that. But I really like the look of the brushed brass, kind of that gold, and the matte black hardware. So I think we're going to kind of do a mix of that. So we found this faucet. It is by the brand Kohler. It's one of those really, tall with the pretty arches, which is something that I wanted. I also wanted the hand sprayer that pulls out of the sink, which is very, very convenient to have. I absolutely love it. And yeah, super easy to install. My husband put it in and we love it so far. We, like I said, use it daily.
New sink installed.
Looks so good in here.
We'll have one of the glass cleaners right here. I'm not going to put the other thing in. I'll put the glass cleaner right here. So we just put your glasses in.
And then in that little video clip you guys just seen of my husband, he was talking about a glass cleaner that he's really been wanting. This is like a little gadget that we saw, I think probably on Instagram on like a reel video or something. But it's just a little glass rinser. And it is so convenient, you guys. If it's something, if you hand wash a lot of dishes or use a lot of glasses or cups, which we all in my house use cups daily. I'm constantly carrying around like a tumbler. My husband has one, my kids have one. We're always, needing to rinse our glasses out. Definitely something that's very convenient. We found this one that I'll put a little clip of. We found this one on Amazon. We went with the matte black just because, like I said, we're going to be doing the mixed metals in the kitchen. So we have the brushed brass and then the matte black. And it's so nice. It works wonderfully. I'll put a clip of us using it. If you drink a lot of coffee, tea, and you just want to rinse your glasses out, it's great. If you hand wash a lot of glasses, it's super easy to rinse the soap out. It makes it very convenient, so you don't have to like sit there and you know, fill up the cup and dump it out, try to get the soap out of the cup. It's really, really nice. And I believe it was around $60, I think is what we paid for this one on Amazon. I will link it in my Amazon favorites, which I always have that link down in the video description, or I will always have that down there. If you guys want to go check it out or anything like that. Okay, and then the next thing I wanted to update you guys on was something that I'm super excited to talk about it, but it was something that just worked out like so wonderfully for us. Like, I'm just so happy about this. I mentioned in our home tour, our empty house tour, you guys, if you watched that, you saw that we did not have a refrigerator when we moved in. We did not have a washer and dryer. Those were appliances we had to purchase. But we did have a stove and a microwave and a dishwasher. They were white and they were older models. They did all work, but the microwave handle was actually broken and like glued back on. So from far away, it didn't look too bad, but when you got up close to it, you could see the cracks and the glue that was kind of, you know, overflowing out of the cracks where they glued it back together. It just definitely needed to be replaced. So those were appliances that we were hoping to replace, or at least knew that we were going to replace down the road once we had the budget to do so. But you guys know I'm a huge bargain shopper. That's kind of what I do for a living, is I hunt for, you know, really cool stuff at low prices. And we ended up Googling and found a Best Buy outlet, you guys, which I've never been to a Best Buy outlet. And what we noticed from the Best Buy outlet is they carried mainly 4 different types of inventory. So the first type of inventory that they had throughout the store was overstock inventory. So this was brand new in the box, unopened items, or brand new items that were just overstock from their other Best Buy stores that they would send to the outlet location, heavily discount, just to get rid of that overstock of inventory. They also had the second type of inventory was like store display items. So like refrigerators, it was all electronics and appliances. I'll insert a clip. This is actually a clip that I took while we were there, just a quick little glance around. But a lot of them were like floor displays that they could no longer sell as brand new because they were opened and, you know, people were touching them and they were out on the floors at some of their stores. Some of the items were damaged throughout the store, and those were mostly items that either got damaged at their warehouse or during like the shipping process. They got dents, scratches, dings, stuff like that on them. So again, they would send them to the Best Buy outlet location. And then I think the fourth type of inventory was just returned inventory. So stuff that was bought, maybe it didn't fit in someone's space or they didn't like it and it was returned. So we had decided with our appliances that we wanted to go with the black stainless steel, and we also wanted to try to get the same brand of appliances. We definitely knew we needed a refrigerator, so we started there. We found the perfect refrigerator it was very similar to something we were looking for, with the, you know, refrigerator up top. It has the 2 doors at the bottom with the 2 freezers. It has the water filter thing, all of that kind of stuff. I'll show it, you know, in a video. But we found one there that was still wrapped in plastic. It still had the plastic coating to protect, you know, the finish on the fridge. It had all of the styrofoam and plastic on the inside. So it was absolutely brand new, unused, no scratches, no dents or anything. We found one on their floor there that was, you know, at a pretty good discount. So we picked that one out, and then we decided to go look for our washer and dryer. We found a dryer that we liked, which is also in the black stainless steel. So our laundry room is right behind our kitchen, so we kind of wanted the appliances to all kind of match, so it just had that really nice flow. Even though it's in a separate room, it's still right there and kind of visible from the kitchen. So we found the dryer, but unfortunately they did not have the matching washer for that, but they were able to order it from their store for us. So they put it on our order, and we did pay the in-store prices, but it happened to be on sale in stores as well. So we did get a little bit of a discount there. And because we still had room in our budget for a little bit more, we decided to look at the microwaves because, like I said, our microwave was still functional, it still worked, but the handle was broken and re-glued. So we looked at microwaves, we found it was an open box. I think it was a store return. And we just kept going. We decided to go ahead and look at the dishwashers, found one of those. And then we also found a stove that we liked as well, in that black stainless steel. They're all the same brand. And yeah, it was just amazing because we were getting such good deals. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I calculated the savings in the car ride home when I was kind of going over our purchase, and I don't remember the exact number, but I'm telling you guys, we saved thousands of dollars by shopping at the Best Buy outlet location for our appliances. I really just don't know what else to say. Like, go check it out. See if you have one, you know, within driving distance of where you live. And the next things that we did in the house is we upgraded a lot of the lighting throughout the house. We wanted to change out a lot of the light bulbs to use LED lights just because they are, you know, more energy efficient and they last longer than, you know, your regular light bulbs. So we went ahead and replaced a lot of that lighting. So for my office, because, you know, I do work from home and I film a lot in my office, or I plan on filming in my office a lot, and I take my photographs, I photograph all my items in there. I needed really bright lighting. I do use my ring light, but it's nice to have really bright white lighting in there, just because if you do have more of like a warmer kind of yellow tinted light, it is going to make your picture slightly, the color in your picture slightly off. If you're photographing with a white background or any items that are white, they're going to look slightly yellow tinted, and you know, you want to try to avoid that. I think your pictures will just look so much better if you use a brighter white lighting. I do have 2 big windows in there as well, so I can get some natural daylight. But I switched those light bulbs out for the LED, like really bright white lights. And then throughout the rest of the home, like the hallways, the living room, the kitchen, we went with more of a warm, kind of softer light, just to kind of have like more of that relaxing, moody effect. You don't really want too, I mean, you may want, but we personally didn't want, you know, too bright of light. In those areas. We do have a lot of windows throughout our house, so during the day we actually don't turn on a lot of lights. We're able to open windows. We get a lot of natural light in here, which is great. It's also very energy efficient. But at night, you know, when you're watching a movie or you're relaxing or you're hanging out, you know, in these other spaces in the bedrooms, wherever you're at, you kind of want more of a warm, just kind of relaxing light. You don't want that like bright light. Just something that kind of, you know, feels a little more like comforting. And that's what we went with. We found these really cool, this may not be new to anybody, you guys, but we've never really shopped for home stuff because we've never owned a home. And when you rent a property, you know, you don't really do these upgrades because, like, why put your money into, you know, somebody else's property? But I'm going to share them with you anyways, just in case you haven't seen these things. But we found these really cool lights. They have 2 different settings, and all you do is you flip the light switch either once or twice to switch between the settings. I'll show you guys in a video, but it's basically the regular light, or it's kind of like a more like mood ring light. And we put these in our hallways. We also put them in like our entertainment area, so like the living room and stuff, so that we can have these more moody type lights if we want to turn them on. I just think it's so nice. I'm a huge fan of just the evening time. Like, I'm a major night owl, you guys. I love the evening time. I love the nighttime. And I love setting the mood in the house. I just like having that warm, cozy feeling. I like turning or lighting candles. I always put candles on so you have that nice smell. And just the lighting in the house really helps. I love like cozy blankets and big fluffy pillows, and I'm just all about all that kind of stuff, just kind of setting the vibe and the mood. And I really, really just love these lights. We got them from Lowe's, I believe, and my husband installed them. Super easy to put in, or at least they were for us. We already had, you know, kind of that type of light fixture throughout our house, so we just replaced them. But yeah, I definitely love those. All right, guys, so I think that is it that I'm going to share in this video. Obviously, we're still, you know, like working and doing things throughout the house that we can, just little by little, and I'll continue to update you guys. We did order some furniture as well, which I know I mentioned that we had some ordered in the last video in our empty house tour. This house is so much bigger than our apartment, so we are having to, you know, buy new furniture. Even like our old couch did not fit in the space. It was way too tiny to fit in the space. We purchased a brand new couch, which I'm sitting on. We purchased a brand new dining table. We got a brand new bed. My daughter got a bed. Just a lot of different furniture and stuff. And I'll update you guys on that too, kind of as we start, you know, putting together each room a little better. We're still, you know, buying home decorations and stuff too, which will just kind of come slowly. And I'll show you kind of room by room as we go through that. I got a new coffee table as well, which is right in front of me. So yeah, I'll show you guys all that down the road. But I did mention over on our Instagram, if you want to follow us over there as well, we go by thenovakdream. And then I asked on my reselling page as well, just because I know a lot of you guys came from my reselling page over here to kind of follow our home journey as well, which if you did, thank you so much. But I did ask over there too. My husband and I, we are going to be filming a home buying experience video where we're going to be answering some of your guys' questions and then just talking about kind of what the home buying process was like for us. And I have a whole list of questions that you guys submitted on my Instagram that you would like us to answer. So I have those saved, but I haven't mentioned it on YouTube, which is another reason I wanted to put this video out first, just so I can give you guys, if you didn't see that, a chance. If you do want to ask us any questions about our home buying process or journey, feel free to leave those down below and we will answer them in that next video, and we'll do the little Q&A, yeah, and put that up. So stay tuned for that. Make sure that you guys like this video, subscribe. We're just kind of getting this channel going, so it really helps us out if you just take a few seconds to do those things. And that's about it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.